River. That's what I would have called her, my daughter. If I hadn't forced her from my body prematurely, that is. I often wonder, if I hadn't had her aborted, would she have had the voice of an angel like me? Or the volatility of her father? Tiny fists curled tight. Would I have woken up at night to soothe her cries? Would I have died trying to keep her alive? Or would the intrusive thoughts that often plague my mind have put her at risk of harm in my arms? Nothing within me believes I would have been a good mother. The same self-limiting beliefs that tell me I don't get to grieve the death of my baby, because like a river she poured from me into an ocean of grief I drowned in for 3 years before allowing myself to breathe. A labor I've only healed from recently. Body still aching from a decision to terminate a life before it could be lived. My heart has only just forgiven me. I've only just learned what unconditionally means. And it's hard to grieve publicly because we exist in a society that shames women into pregnancy religiously. That tells us if we don't become mothers, we're useless, and forces us to break our bodies giving birth to the children of our abusers. I'm not saying that was my experience, but with a religious mother, I couldn't tell her I was suffering as I lay screaming on the bathroom floor, for fear she would tell me Jesus forgives most sinners, but not all. And I'm sure she would send me to worse places if she knew I'd robbed her of a grandchild too, one that would have just turned 2 in June. So why am I telling you? Because 1 in 4 women has had an abortion. And if just one childless mother finds comfort in the resonance of my words, then it was worth it. Because the worst thing society has convinced us is that we are alone in our suffering, that we alone must face the disproportionate consequences of our actions. Because regretting something you would choose to do again is the worst form of torture for the psyche. Because young girls are being given pills told to go home and it will pass like a quick period, when in reality it was the worst pain I have ever experienced. I thought I was dying. 8 hours spent wailing and crying, not knowing if I would survive, not realizing that a greater pain awaited my poor and broken mind. The realization that what I had just done was kill my child. It wasn't until I heard the words, "You did nothing wrong," spoken out loud, that I understood grief was allowed, releasing shame and tension, replacing blame with compassion, and giving my heart permission to forgive me, to release my baby. I wash her blood off my hands and cleanse my spirit. I release all judgment, all limits, and I allow the love of our Divine Mother to pour over me like a river.